Welcome back, guys. How you all doing? My name is Marx and this is Daybound Season 2, Episode 11. Alright, so last episode we went along and we planned out what we're going to do for the most part for our base area. Now, pretty much all I've been doing between episodes and even before and during the recording of last episode is actually in a creative world planning out everything for this area, which is proving to be more difficult than I thought. So one thing I did realize though is rather than do it all kind of collectively and everything, I actually need to more or less do this top part first, even though I started down the other end. I've actually got like halfway up the island and like done all this bit, and I'm kind of about at this point here-ish, I think. But yeah, I've actually terraformed the entire island in terms of like the landscape. So it does mean that I can actually do something up here, because if I'm gonna do it, I actually need storage over here, because there's going to be an awful lot of grass and dirt and all kinds of different things that I'm going to need. So yeah, we kind of need to get on with that really. So we need to landscape this. So we're going to jump into a time lapse and get all that done. So I'll see you after. And with the magic of editing, the entire top bit of this island has been converted to dirt because, well, it's going to be our base canvas, I guess. Although having done this bit, I did think that most of it will probably end up not being dirt anyway, but that's by the by. Most of the island will be. Anyway, so now this is done, we need to actually finalize on a position for the main building of the compound to be in. Yeah, I didn't think that through when I was doing it until I was like halfway through doing the day. I was like, oh wait, I've not actually decided. The advantage is, once I've decided where it is, I don't need to overly design it just yet. Let's just jump into FreeCam. So, for the storage, it's not going to be actually in the building, it's going to be under the building because of how I'm going to do it. And you know what, I might just go central to the path. That kind of makes the most sense, in which case it can kind of come back here somewhere. Now the problem is I don't 100% know how I'm going to do this in the entrance into the storage, so that's a bit of an issue. But yeah, I think because I'm gonna have to basically cut into the land that I've spent hours and hours just placing. So if we spend a little bit of time, figure out how we're gonna actually do our entrance into the building, not into the building, into the storage from the building. Because we could do it from outside, we could have like a little bit underneath that we drop down and then we go down a tunnel and we're in it or something. I don't know. In fact, that's actually a little bit how I did it on my single player. We had like a sewer door that we went through, and you know what, actually I might do something like that. That's not a bad idea, past Marks. Oh. Okay, I think that's how I can do it. I can have an entrance that's technically not in the main building and do Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so with that being the case, it doesn't particularly matter. We just need to work out how deep we need to go. So I need to set a beacon up. I'll be back with a bit better idea. Back in a sec. Okay, so after some planning, we've basically worked out at this point here, or roughly around this point here, is going to be more or less where the center of the not compound, because the whole thing's a compound. Main building. We'll just go with main building. So it's more or less around here. If you probably more like here-ish, but this is like off the central path, so we're gonna do it from this point here anyway. So basically, oh, that works out. Basically, the main storage is going to be underneath the main building because the main building is purely aesthetic. And yeah, so more or less it's going to serve no purpose other than hopefully looking nice, I guess, and fitting in with everything else that goes in here. Which really, like, it's quite big, the building, but I've just realized like the space I've still got to fill is quite large. I'm gonna need to spend a lot of time in creative, I think. Anyway, so yeah, down here is gonna be where the storage is, and the fact that it's like this is actually gonna be quite beneficial. So this was all dirt. A lot of the dirt that was up there I've dug out. This was pretty solid with dirt, to be fair. It was like at that level. So yeah, we're gonna have our storage down here. Now I'm gonna do it in a similar vein to how I did it on my single player, like 2 years ago. That's better now. And more or less have it in, so it's not gonna be automatic or anything like that, but it's gonna have like designated channels, so to speak. So we need to have like a central room, which isn't gonna be too big. Maybe like 7 by 7 square, something like that. I don't know. Nothing particularly overly fancy. But we're gonna have like a woods and leaves and like wood related things. We'll have like a stone style. We'll have like colorful blocks and decorative blocks and things, and then we'll have something. Natural blocks, is it? Oh no, I'll have to go on a single player and see how I did. I know those 3 are definite, but I don't remember what one of them was. Oh, it was because it was like concrete and stuff, but I probably won't need concrete, so we might only need the 3 branches. Actually, it depends, we'll see. So I need to get busy and dig that out, and then I'll bring you guys in, I guess, when we've got a little bit more of a plan going in terms of how it's going to be. So bear with me. I'll be back in a minute and we'll have a look at what we've got going. So I'll see you shortly. So this is the general lookout we'll be going for the storage bunker, I guess. Kind of. Yeah, we've got a storage bunker. So I did decide with 4 paths in the end. I can't take this one any further because there's literally the terraforming above that, and that there's like the path above, so definitely can't really go any higher with that bit. But that's fine, I can do that with probably the decorative a bit best suited there because there's not too much in there. I mean, it's just like wool, concrete, random blocks and leaves and stuff and things like that. Obviously we'll have wood, stones and things, and something like natural blocks, so like dirt, gravel, coarse dirt, pothole, those sorts of things down this way. Stones will be like literally stone, so stone, cobble, diorite, andesite, all that sort of stuff. Deep slate, that's one. It's probably going to have to be quite a large tunnel because there's quite a variety now. Woods also, yeah, needs to be quite big because we've got so many woods now. But we just need to pretty much finish this off, get it decorated fully. Yeah, not really sure how to do that. I kind of want it to be in keeping a little bit with what I've got going on outside, but at the same time it doesn't need to be because it's underground. So I'm not sure. I mean, you could argue this is, but it's also not really at the same time. We're going to have it as a bubble weight up and down. And there should be a pond, I believe, up top here. So they'll be like hidden in the pond, we'll come down, we'll get our stuff, we'll go back up. And I'll just use like glass panes or something down the middle so that it's a nice simple pathway up. So I need to go along and basically fill in as much of these as I can. Because I'm going to need to farm more wood for this because, yeah, I just had leftover birch from when I cleared out the island. So we're going to have like, probably like the main block. So say for example this was wood. If this was oak or something, you'd have like all the oak storage up top. This would be like the individual blocks, so like planks, slabs, stairs, fences, and so on and so on. Just makes it so it's easier just to find things, I guess, as long as I keep it uniform in terms of what's here through things, because that way then it's like left to right, we know it's, or like start to finish. It's not always going to be left to right. I mean, this one's right to left, so start being that end, finish being this end. Yeah, start to finish, as long as it's the same as much as it can be. I think that's my last one. Then it shouldn't particularly matter what's where, because then we'll come together, but like, right, okay, this is X resource and we need this right here, so that'd be, I don't know, say we needed like fence posts in wood or walls or whatever, it could be like the fourth one, so it could be like here. And as long as that's the same for everything, it should make it pretty easy to find stuff. It's just what to use as the accent block. I might go with deep slate just because I've got this entire thing like full. And it will then be in keeping with what's up there. I might get another accent block as well, but we'll see. So I'm going to carry on with that and we'll come back once it's all finished and see how it looks. And there we go, we've got at least one side done. So yeah, the rest is kind of unfinished. Not entirely sure how to do this bit yet. And these are, for the most part, done except for the top here. They're going to be the same as this. And this float is only temporary because they're going to be in the styles of what's stored in which one. But because I've not really decided that just yet, I've just gone with like a generic pattern, basically. So yeah, it's still open for expansion and things, like, except for this one. So this one can't go any further because of the ground above. So that's as far as this one can go. But all these three can go further. I think this one can only go maybe 1 or 2 sections, and then we'd probably hit the outside cliff. But then this one and that one can still go a fair bit. So these will probably be the bigger ones. Obviously, we've installed the bubble laters to get up and down to what's going to be just here. And with that, that is going to be this episode today, guys. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.